If you've been watching Crypto Banter, this has been the best trading week of your life. I'm going to say it again. For the members of our community, we've had the best trading week of our lives. Guys, just look at this Arweave chart. We called Arweave for you guys at about $1. Today it hit an all-time high of about $20. Look at the Luna chart. We've been calling this gem since about 50 cents, and it's trading at $21, and it doesn't look like it's going to be stopping. I'm Crypto Man Run, and I come to you every day at 10 a.m. EST. And together, we are building the most profitable crypto community on the entire planet. And I know why you guys are here. You guys are here because the people want calls. And let me tell you that today, you're going to get so many calls. You're going to get more calls on Crypto Banter than the Coinbase customer support call center. There's going to be more calls on this show than there are on the entire Coinbase customer support center, because that's what Fridays are about. Fridays are about bantering. But before we banter, if you're new to CryptoBanter.com, welcome. Prepare for the ride of your life. All you need to do is hit this like, the subscribe, and the share button. Hit that bell button too, because when you hit that bell button, that tells you when we're coming on with all this amazing content. And you don't want to miss this content. Another unbelievable reason for you to hit that subscribe button and join our community is because we are giving away the biggest giveaway in crypto history. Yeah, it's called the Banter Bags giveaway. How it works is we are taking $10,000 and we are putting that $10,000 into pre-market listings for you guys. Pre-market allocations. You know those pre-market allocations that you usually can't get your hands onto? Well, we're putting money into those bags for you. We're putting those pre-market allocations in. And when we hit 250,000 subscribers, which will happen in less than 100 days because our subscribers are growing at like 2,000 subscribers a day, we're going to hand over the bags to 3 lucky subscribers. And if history is anything to go by, then those bags could be worth $2 million because we have got the best allocations for you guys. All you need to do, subscribe, share, hit the like button, comment. Every time we do that, that enters you again into the competition. And again, if I look, there are over 1,000 of you and there's only 465 likes. So smash up those likes and let's get the Friday banter on the road. Hold on a second. Fred, what's up? So Fred is saying that he's ready to give away the Fred NFT. Yeah, guys, remember we said we're going to be giving away limited edition Fred NFTs? Well, the NFTs are ready. We've got them for you. That is the Fred NFT, limited edition NFTs. We're going to be minting those and you guys are going to be able to win those. So all you need to do, again, just like, subscribe, comment, be part of our community. Not only will you make tons of cash, but you may even retire in 293 days. And that is because I went on a mission. I said that I want to get my entire community to retire in 300 days. That was a week ago. And now, 7 days have gone by. I've got 293 days to make sure that my entire crypto community are ready to retire at the end of this bull run. So how do we do that? Well, we get our friends and we have our Friday banter. And that's exactly what Fridays are about right here on CryptoBanter.com. We bring in our friends and we banter. We give you the calls that you want. We discuss what's going on in the market. And today I've got a whole lot of friends, some old friends, some new friends, but every one of them is friends. I've got Mr. Scott Melker. Scott, welcome to Crypto Banter, man.
Thanks, man. How you doing?
Amazing. And I've got our friend Coach K. You guys all love Coach K. Coach, welcome back. We saw you yesterday. Coach, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Yesterday show, you introduced the project called Collateral to the show.
Did you talk to them yet?
I spoke to them.
Nice.
This is another one of those projects where I'm not going to be able to sleep for a few days. I mean, what these guys are doing. So get this. You can stake your Bitcoin. Scott, listen to this idea. You stake your Bitcoin. You can then take a loan against your Bitcoin, or you can spend US dollars against your Bitcoin. So you can walk into Gucci, or you can walk into Hugo Boss, or into the Lambo dealership. You can lend money against your Bitcoin. You can drive the Lambo using US dollars. So no OTC, no getting money through your OTC account, no withdrawing. You can actually spend US dollars. For me, one of the most exciting projects I've ever heard of. And that's what Coach brought to the show yesterday. I had a conversation with him today. But let's bring in some more friends. So You guys all said you love day trader Jeff. You all loved him. You said he had amazing calls. And so day trader Jeff is back. Friday banter wouldn't be Friday banter if we didn't bring in Winston Wolf. Winston, good morning, my friend.
Hey, what's up? How we doing?
Didn't you just wake up? Isn't it 1 a.m. in where you are?
Something like that, but I'm more awake than last week, that's for sure. I had a coffee today.
Amazing.
Let's do this.
Amazing. And of course, Mr. Piss, welcome back, my friend.
How's everybody doing today?
That's amazing. Amazing.
Good.
So that's the panel. That's the friends that are bantering today. Hold on a second. You're saying it's not enough? Not enough people. Okay. Not enough people, then we'll bring in more people. We've got our friend Kyle with us as well today. Kyle, how are you, my friend?
What's up, everybody? Hey, good. It's been one hell of a day. Been fun. Never a dull day in the space, that's for sure.
It's been an unbelievable week on the markets. Never mind. It's probably been one of the best weeks on the market out there. Winston, I think I want to talk to you about this. What is
Superfarm?
going on at Superfarm? I mean,
just a lazy sort of 500 times on the way to 1,000 times. As we've spoken about recently, there's a lot of news to come for Superfarm in March. So I think you're seeing the price demonstrate that right now.
I must say, I initially thought Superfarm may be a little bit expensive at this price, but I think I know what's coming up. I think I have some idea of what may be coming up. And if it is what I think it is, and I'm not going to share it publicly just in case it's not, but I mean, that would be huge for Superfarm. So for me, still maybe a buy. Who else here is watching Superfarm?
Me.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching Superfarm. You got in, you're happy. If you didn't get in and you got in later, you're still happy. So really, no one's complaining.
Are you okay? So for the viewers who never got in early, would you be getting in at $3.09?
I would be waiting for the unlock. I think that's coming up. Oh no, it's not this month. So no, I would be saying yeah, it's fine. Like until you have unlocks, really are the one thing that would make you wait to buy something. But they don't have one this month, so I think you'd be all right for another month.
Okay. Anybody else got an opinion around Superfarm? Whether our viewers should get in at $3.09?
Superfarm it's going for mainstream adoption with NFTs, right? A lot of people propose the idea that NFTs that kind of gateway to mainstream adoption where everybody can get involved in crypto. And so, I'm not a trader like a lot of people here. So for me, long-term holds obvious.
Okay,
Yeah.
Amazing. Scott, I'm looking at your screen. I can see you kind of sharing a screen here, and there's a very interesting chart on the screen. Let's call it up. I'd love to know what this chart is. What are you watching? I know this must be a good setup for a trade.
There's Polka Market. They had the KuCoin listing, which tends to be a buy the rumor, sell the news sort of situation. A lot of people get excited about these listings. I tend to enjoy the ride until the day, especially with KuCoin, which has a tendency to have a sizable drop afterwards. But this coin I've been really interested in. I've been in it from very early, and I bought more just because clearly it looks like it's leaving that sort of consolidation and heading up. Listen, I'm not trading for the allocations and all of that's amazing and all, and everyone involved is making these huge gains. I'm still a boring old stock trader who's really psyched when I make 25, 50, 100%, on trades consistently. And that's the kind of things that I'm generally looking for when I'm actually actively looking at charts. But I think that this is setting up really, really nicely. It's flipping a couple levels of resistance to support here and should be heading back up.
Anyone else watching this one?
Not in Polka Markets.
No. Scott, are you still watching? I
like being alone. Huh?
Are you still watching Tezos?
No, we talked about it once. Did it go? I didn't. Oh, no, I'm not. Couldn't care less. There's just so many other things. I know that that's your old wife and you divorced her.
Divorced her.
I think you need a side piece.
All right,
Did it go up? I haven't even watched it.
I don't know.
Go up,
I must say, when I divorce my coins, and I don't look back. I don't phone them again, so I don't look.
That's the right approach. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna look now out of curiosity.
You got to hit it and quit it, man.
Hit it and quit it.
Yes.
Winston, the 100x man. You posted a tweet yesterday, and that was what the tweet was about. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about Unmarshal. Anybody else watching this?
Yes. Well, I already talked about it, so you already know that.
Winston, are you watching Unmarshal?
I sure am. You know the old saying, in a gold rush, sell pickaxes and shovels.
right.
That's what Unmarshal is. The Google blockchains is how we're phrasing it. So it's basically a data layer that everyone who wants to build on the blockchain can use to like quickly spin up apps and access data across a bunch of different chains. It's kind of like a bit of a graph competitor in a way. I guess graph mixed with Chainlink in some regards.
Okay, a graph mixed with Chainlink because they're going to provide an Oracle solution too, or because just, I mean, explain to me how you make the analogy.
Well, essentially, it just allows people to build applications and access existing data. You know, with you know, like knowing that data is aggregated and trusted on their behalf.
Wow. Okay. So for me, look, I spoke to the team. They mentioned that they were finding their niche in DeFi, and the reason why they couldn't use the graph is because the graph was too generalized, and they needed a more specific application. And that's what got me sold on these guys. They seem like very solid guys. They seem like they've got a good track record. And that one is coming. I think that one's coming pretty soon. Anyone know when that one's launching?
The date hasn't been announced yet, but it will be sort of late March.
Okay. I mean, look, I said yesterday on the show, I said to the viewers, thank me later. Go read up about this one now and thank me later. Speaking of thank me later, Fred, it's Friday. On Fridays, we need a beer. Can we get a beer here? All right. Anybody else watching anything? Day trader Jeff, what are you looking at, man?
Well, currently I'm watching Acropolis. It's been creeping up, and something that I've noticed is that a lot of coins based on BNB, they got their engines activated. Look at Sand. Like 2 months ago, Sand took off initially with 200% pump, and ever since then it did 1,000%. So we actually rode that wave. If anybody follows me on Twitter, all the way up. We recently sold, and I've got something very, very similar. Maybe I can show it to you real quick.
Please share the screen.
Okay, of course.
I see Scott's called up another chart for us, which is amazing.
No need.
Okay, give me 1 sec. There we go.
Okay, let's add you to the stream. All right, now, wow. Okay, what are we looking at?
Okay, so this is Acropolis, and I just want to lay that over to Sand. Obviously, it's been creating a pretty big descending wedge over here, just the exact same thing as Sand did. And Sand actually, after this initial pump, I expected it to drop back down to those lower 100 Satoshi levels. But in fact, it never did. It just took off, went completely bonkers. And we can see the exact same thing happening now with Acropolis. And Acropolis is automated yield farming. So you basically allocate a certain portion of your assets to Acropolis, and it will automatically farm the most profitable yield farming for you. And my target initially right now is sitting at right around 300 to 330 Satoshis, but I could see it go all the way up to 550 and possibly even higher. So yeah, this is the one that I'm most excited about at this very moment.
Okay, anybody else watching those ones?
Not right now. I'm not now.
So this is great because we're getting a lot of diversity. One thing I wanted to show you guys, which is actually Kyle tweeted this yesterday, and I want to share this with you guys. There's many reasons why I want to share it with you guys, but first of all, the main reason I want to share it is this is what is done by newsbtc.com, and it is the top blockchain launches to watch in March 2021. This came out yesterday, I think, or a few days ago. And if we look at these launches, so we've got the Daffy token. We have Split, which is one that we've been talking about on the show a lot. We have AOS, which is coming on our show actually next week. Nice. We have Eternity Chain, which was on the show a few weeks ago. We have Kylan, Polka Foundry. Polka Foundry is also coming onto our show next week. We have My Neighbor Alice, which was on the show last week. An amazing project. Raise Network, Quadrant. Guys, are any of you looking or involved or in any of these? I know we're all in a Split. What else are we looking at?
AOS is going to be massive. AOS is going to be massive. I mean, the team is 35 engineers, have been building it for 3 years, working product. From my understanding, it's basically a better version of Theta. They already have proof of application. They have a decentralized YouTube that streams beautifully. Like if you've seen these other like DTube and things like this, BitChute that don't stream well at all, and it's launching with an ultra low market cap. The beautiful thing about this is that the team, you know, it's founded by a very successful entrepreneur, Erman, and you know, they're just raising $1 million, and so microcap and Theta is what, like $7-8 billion. I could not be more excited about this project. It's going to fly. It works, and it's just sick. It's sick. I love it. Yeah.
So I had a call with him this week, and I was blown away by the guy. So first of all, the guy's been bootstrapping a 30-man startup project for years. Like, not like 1 year or 2 years, but like I think he said like 5 years or 7 years. And they have a product that works. He actually showed me the nodes actually working, processing information. This thing actually works. And I actually said to him, why don't you raise $10 million? You got a working product. You got an unbelievable, huge team. He's like, we don't need the money. We just want to get this thing into the market. So I think that AOS is going to be one of the big ones coming up pretty soon.
They also have massive partnerships. You know, a lot of people are saying, well, Theta has this and that. Like, trust me, AOS has it already taken care of. These are just things that aren't announced yet. It's going to be big. I'm really excited. Yeah.
Cool. All right, Scott, I'm adding your screen back here. You're looking at 1inch.
Yeah, the coin that I've made fun of more than anything on the planet because its name is so absolutely stupid. I would have called it like 7 inches or something. Literally, like no woman in history would ever do anything with 1 inch.
This is only 1 inch that's ever been known to satisfy any woman ever.
No,
Yeah, if you count your grades, you got 1 inch.
Depends on which trade you're in.
Yeah, motion of the ocean, right? Whatever. So yeah, but it does look like, you know, listen, this is where I was kind of pinging it, so it's already sort of taken off, but it clearly is breaking consolidation like Polk that I showed before, and now actually since I pulled it up, looks like it might be making a new local high here. Even could be making a little cup and handle or something. But listen, it all depends on what Bitcoin does for me. The coins you guys are talking about that we're all discussing with pre-sales and stuff, they're going to do what they're going to do outside of Bitcoin, which is amazing. Like, because we never had that in the market before, right? 2017, 2018, no matter what your coin was, ICO, whatever, you were going to get absolutely just, you know, raped if Bitcoin made a big move up or down. Now we actually have coins in the DeFi space we can trade that are somewhat agnostic to Bitcoin moves, which I think is really great. But if you are watching sort of Binance coins and these other coins that are tradable on centralized exchanges, you still have to be cognizant of what Bitcoin does. So I think if Bitcoin stays sideways here, that a lot of these setups, I mean, listen, like, you know, sushi's boring, but I gave it to you at $2. It's 20 something, right? You know, like I think Uni, Dot, I think all of these, they're boring and you know, it's not what everyone's looking at, but I think they're all going to absolutely rip over the next few months.
Absolutely.
So you say it's all about what Bitcoin does, and I agree with you. But I also think that what Bitcoin does depends on what the US stock market does. What the US stock market does is dependent on what the government yield, the yield on the 10-year treasury yield does. And I don't know, that's for me.
Well, stocks are dumping to shit last I checked this morning. So
yeah, I mean, look at that. That's the yield on the 10-year treasury, which is the rate at which the government borrows money. So I'm just checking my phone to check the actual stock market to see what's going on in the stock market.
Dumping, and Bitcoin's going sideways. I don't buy into the correlation. I mean, I'm pretty outspoken that there's some inverse correlation between Bitcoin and the dollar. It's pretty clear on a chart, but Bitcoin has largely separated itself from that in the last year. I think that the whole point of Bitcoin is to be an uncorrelated asset and a hedge against all this nonsense that we'll progressively see it detach. So, like, honestly, fuck the stock market. Nobody gives a shit. Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin's going to do, and most of these coins are going to do it based on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the stock market for this market, right? So if you want to talk about correlation, you worry about how alts are correlated to Bitcoin, but I'm not worried about Bitcoin at all. The stock market can dump to literal Hades, and if institutions keep buying, and I can tell you, I'm having conversations with investment banks and institutions. They're coming on a level you guys can't even comprehend. You have to have an IQ of a fucking goldfish to sell Bitcoin right now. Sorry. It's going into the hundreds and hundreds of thousands. It could push 1 million, and that's just based on sheer supply and demand, the most simple concepts of economics. There's nothing complicated about this market right now. It's fun to find these gems and amazing, But I believe no matter how exposed you are to altcoins, no matter what you're trading, you should have the bulk of your bag just sitting in Bitcoin, because that's what you're going to hand off to your kids in 20 or 30 years.
Well,
Seems
what about
think of America that they were they seem to think quite the opposite, but they're
Well, if you're in Kusama right
sure.
now, you don't really care what Bitcoin's doing, right? If you're in Kusama right now, your chart is just it just keeps going up. Kusama is probably one of the best performing assets, So, I would probably, every time you take profits, definitely put your profits into Bitcoin or Ethereum. But right now, you want to make as much money as with alts. If you're in Ethereum and Link right now, you are basically wrecked. If you didn't into these alts early on in the year and you're still waiting for the big accounts to tell you when alt season coming, my man, alt season already started. Alt season already. Kusama been in alt season for over a year right now.
It's been alt season since mid 2020 at the latest, and I would argue even since early 2020 if you eliminate the COVID dump. I 100% agree with you.
100%.
I believe that. I believe the disproportionate opportunity is obviously in altcoins. I just think that if you're like looking at it more as an investor and not trying to be a trader, that like you don't really need to overthink this market. It's still the best opportunity for your average person to, accumulate disproportionate wealth over the next 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
most of them can't do what we do, and most of them don't have access to what we do. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about Kusama. 266x in the first year, and that is without taking into account the people that bought this in the pre-sale. Am I getting this right?
I thought it wasn't pre-sale. I thought it was just airdrop to all the dollars.
I don't know if they even pre-saled.
Oh, yeah, so about 266x in the last 1 year. Am I right, Mr. Biz?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's how much its X has done, and even this year, I got in Kusama at $37, and people were telling me, no, it's going to be too high of a market cap, and this and that. I'm like, look at the supply, look at the value proposition. People are locking it up and staking. You're going to have crowd loans. You have the parachains narrative. Right now, there is not a better narrative in all of crypto. Not EIP, not Cardano's bullshit white paper stuff. It's the parachains. Parachains is the number one narrative you need to look at. And before parachains have even started, Kusama is at $400. So does anybody here think it's not going to go to $1,000?
No, you're right.
Because
it's definitely $1,000.
It's very much in line with what we've seen in a previous bull market. Like people thought things stopped out at 200x, but they just kept going straight to 1,000x easy.
Yeah, things always go higher. Things always go higher than you expect. They also go lower than you expect when you buy the discount. I got to bounce. I have a meeting in like 2 minutes. I appreciate you having me. But you guys, by the way, I know I rarely talk about these, but Pokemon is about to. I know probably a lot of you are watching that, and I think they're about to like actually release some information. That's for my friends at Moonrock and Morningstar. If you're looking for one that's going to rip because it's stationary, oh my god, it's gonna. I literally think they're announcing it in like 1 minute. I rarely talk about these things, honestly. That one I'm excited about, the kind of the crossroads between the NFT hype. Obviously, like Pokemon, you open a pack and the coins are burnt, so it's deflationary. Just check it out. I know it's going to be hitting today. Peace, fellas. Thank you.
Thanks,
Scott was only for half the show because he didn't have another meeting, but I thought rather let's get him here than not have him at all. 1 inch is sometimes better than no inches at all. You know what I'm saying?
I guess you'd be a girl and not without one. But I live in Thailand. We see it all the time, No inch.
I do want to get more females on the show. I do want to get more females on the show. Help me. Speaking of the show, next week, I've got Do Kwon coming in on Tuesday to tell us what's going on at Terra and Luna. Man, these guys are the smartest guys in the entire blockchain universe. These guys are the smartest guys. I mean, second to Fred, these guys are really the smartest guys in the whole universe. And I'm getting them on the show next week. Also, Monday, I've got a massive NFT project. I'm going to keep it a surprise, but a massive NFT project coming on the show. I'm just scared that you guys are going to ape in this weekend. That's why I don't want to release it yet. Because when you hear about them, and when you hear about all the licenses that they got, you're going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind.
I know what you're talking about because I've talked about it before.
What do you think you're talking about?
You're talking about Kami, right?
I can't say. I mean, I'm not going to confirm or deny that. But
it's either Kami or Terra, and if it's not, then
look, I'm not going to confirm or deny who it is. I'm not going to confirm or deny. Just let's wait for Monday. Mr. Biz, you've been very quiet, and then we're going to wake up Winston Wolf again before he falls asleep. What else are you looking at? You can't tell me it's all about Kusama.
No, I mean, look, again, I'm still in a lot of the same bags I've been in for a while. Zero exchange, guys. Farming ends tomorrow. The price has been suppressed because of farming, and people have been selling their rewards. I called it on Twitter 5 cents, ran your show at 7 cents. It hit 42 cents yesterday. They just partnered with BMI Insurance. They're officially the first Tridex. They have AVAX, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. They're working on they have a Polkadot partner, which they have not released yet. Polkadot integration partner. Maybe you can guess which one it is. That one, that one, that's one of my biggest bags. I'm so bullish on that one. Also, Robonomics. I don't want to really. We'll look out for an announcement from Robonomics regarding potentially something with regarding tokenomics. And Poker Foundry just came out, man. Poker Foundry, guys. I called Poker Foundry. I told everybody try to get under $1. I went to $3 yesterday. That's one that I think it's a really big sleeper.
So Polka Foundry also coming on the show next week. I think that's going to be a massive, massive, massive project.
Yeah, the dev from Kyber is doing that. This is a really smart team. They're talking about working with Polkadot, relay chains, integrating with different oracles, making it easier to code in Polkadot. So they got a lot of bullish factors.
Yeah, I want to talk to you guys about another project. I don't know how many of you know this project. Love to understand whether you guys are following this project. And that is, I think it's called Akala. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I had a call with the guys this morning. Wow. Or am I not seeing it correctly?
Big one. It's a big one.
Big.
Please.
Full DeFi suite on Polkadot. I've seen it. It actually works. The only reason why it's not launched is because Polkadot's not launched. So they're going to launch it first on the Kusama network, and then take it from there. I saw this thing working this morning. It's super impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. DeFi on Polkadot, man. It's gonna be huge.
I'm going to get those guys coming to talk to us as well. Winston, sorry to wake you up, my friend. Anything else that you're watching?
Well, you guys are talking a lot about all these blue chips, and I think that one that's not getting much airtime, that's sitting there quietly in the background, sort of coiled for movement, is Atom and Cosmos. So been slowly building a position in that. Like I pointed out recently, Lena was one of my sort of big picks. Obviously, it got listed on Binance recently and had a nice move up. I mean, it's dipped a fair bit now, so for people looking to take a position in that, might be all right. And just something I've noticed with the trend of some of these listings lately, with like the Poker Foundries, the Eternities and stuff of the world, there's actually been like pretty good opportunities to buy these at a relatively decent price post lists. I think Eternity like hit the market at like $3 before peaking out like 35. Like Mr. Biz says, Poker Foundry hit it at like sort of 75 cents or something before going to $3. So all those people out there, a lot of people are going to me, like I can't get into these sales and that sort of stuff. Even if you can't get into the IDO or the private sale or something like that, there's still a lot of opportunity to buy these like early on and ride it up a bit.
And Wolf actually makes a great point, guys. Here's what's happening, and here's what I told my community inspector. Private sale people are not dumping their unlocks, are not dumping their coins. They're holding. If you look at Poker Foundry, look at the chart. Even the other one, Konami, which I didn't know too much about. My community was big in that one. All these coins, people are holding. Look at Eternity. I had people tell me, no, we're gonna wait for the unlocks. I said, well, TVK had unlocks and TVK still got sent. Eternity is going to get sent no matter what. I think people need to stop worrying about unlocks and stuff and realize, yes, there will be dips, but nothing's going to go down 40, 50% like it did in the bear market, because people are holding because they know that it's going to go back up anyway. It's ridiculous it's ridiculous for anybody to be selling anything early right now. Pre-sale, market buy, however you want. It's ridiculous for anybody to be selling.
Winston, why are you filling up your bags with Cosmos, with Atom? I'm keen to understand that really goes against your trading strategy. I've never known you to buy on market, highly priced blue chips that are in number 20 in terms of market cap. That really goes against the grain of how you trade. Very keen to understand why you've put your eye on this one.
I just think like the IBC, we're getting into this interchain sort of aspect of things. Obviously, from my exposure to Kira along the way and what a critical part of that ecosystem IBC and Atom is, I think that yeah, people are going to start taking notice on this as more stuff's built on it. So it's starting to mature. It's kind of like a little bit like the Polkadot parachain sort of thing, but obviously way more like low key, where we're going to start seeing a lot of people coming out and talking about how they're using it or they're about to build on it. And just no one seems to talk about it. I mean, it's been slowly rising in price, but it hasn't really made like a huge move yet. I just think that there's a fair bit of value there. And there's actually, you know, behind the scenes, quite a few projects that are starting to do things with it and build upon it. And I think, yeah, we're probably a month or two away before it starts becoming more of that mainstream narrative.
Ecosystems, man.
The most exciting project in the space, but not spoken about. Like, it's just not spoken about. Oh, I see we've lost Mr. Biz. I'm sure he'll dial back
He
in.
said he'll come back. He said
Sorry,
you're
Rob.
right. I see him. Back.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back. Okay, we got you
Sorry,
back. Sorry.
guys, yeah. You know, speaking talking of Cosmos, I think Wolf makes a good point, because if you look at after Ethereum, like Cosmos has a lot of projects, legitimate projects like Thorchain, Band, they built on top of Cosmos. The only difference is, unfortunately, it's the branding, right? And I think a lot of the reason why we like Polkadot is because the branding is so great. People don't know about the Cosmos ecosystem, but I think it's after Ethereum, it's actually the only other one that's really proven.
What about Cardano? I mean, Cardano had a Coinbase listing. Cardano is flying.
Coinbase is listing white papers, guys. Coinbase is listing white papers now. Let's get ready to get all our bags sent on Coinbase.
I would assume, knowing people at Coinbase and helping projects sometimes go and talk to those guys, that there's guaranteed stuff that they've seen that we haven't, for sure, that's been DD'd. I think that, you know, I've been watching Charles. I've known him for like 2 years, and his confidence has slowly increased a lot over the last 6 months, I would say. He's almost like he knows what's coming. It's already ready. I wouldn't bet against it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I think everything, ADA, DOT, Atom, any ecosystem that is giving people a place to build, especially right now where everything's building on everything and every like 500 a day, that's what you want to be in if you want a blue chip, because they're going to build on it.
I think ADA is going to do well, but I still don't know who's building on ADA. I've spoken with developers. Yeah.
Hold on a second. If you look at CardanoAssets.com, you know that there's now 900 assets listed on Cardano. You know that. And
are we talking about any of them? Is anybody here talking about any of them?
Not yet, but you can see that. I mean, there's 1,000 assets, NFT projects. Also, remember, you can or you will be able to migrate your Ethereum project to Cardano. You'll be able to migrate your ERC20s and swap them immediately for tokens on the Cardano blockchain. But also, you can take the code of your project and migrate it through a very simple bridge from Ethereum to Cardano, which means the move from Ethereum to Cardano is frictionless.
Yeah. So, personally, I believe that where the power of Cardano lies is Ethereum fees at the moment, because they're getting worse and worse. And at one point, projects, they will want to move away from those fees. And at that point, Cardano might be a very logical option.
What about
Hathor? Hathor already does what Cardano wants to do. Why not just buy Hathor then? Because Hathor, to me, right now, if you had to buy Hathor or Cardano, I'll tell everybody, buy Hathor. Hathor's been killing it. Hathor already has gasless fees. Hathor has a lot of partnerships that they haven't even released yet. So, and again, Cardano's definitely got a bigger community. But why would I not buy Hathor when Hathor is not even $1 billion market cap yet? If we're just looking at ROI, forget technology. Looking at ROI right now, why not just buy Hathor then? What? You cannot tell me one thing that Cardano does that Hathor doesn't already do.
Okay. You know what? Charles was supposed to join us today, but he didn't join us because he's at a blockchain conference. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get Charles on the show, and I'm going to get Mr. Biz and Charles, just the two of you,
in a room. God!
And you guys are you're gonna settle this debate once and for all.
Call the coroner. Call the coroner if you get me and Charles. Call the coroner.
Call the coroner.
Okay. Winston, another one. Sorry, guys, are we still bullish on BSC? No one's talking about BSC chain. We had this like 2 weeks.
There was the hack and Pancake, and people now are like, oh, maybe there is something wrong with BSC, and then the DNS issue. And so I think people are a little bit like, oh, wait a minute. This is not as safe as I thought. And so now everyone's like, And ETH, I don't know if any of you guys noticed, ETH fees kind of came down a bit in the last little bit. So it seems like some people moved and the fees came down. So let's see. I don't know. Maybe it's that could have a little bit to do with it too.
I mean, look, one exchange was hacked. It's not the chain that was hacked. So no one's talking about on BSC.
Yeah.
I must say, I've used it. It's a great experience. It's very cheap. Like I bought one BNB to pay my transaction fees, and it's lasted me like months and months of transaction fees. Like it's crazy how long the fees are. It's a really amazing blockchain experience in that it's fast. You don't have to keep setting your gas levels to try and get in the front of the line. Like for me, it's a great bet. But I think the hype's dying down. The coin is still at like number 3 or number 4, depending on which day you look at it. But the hype seems to be dying down. Are any of you guys looking at any projects on BSC chain at the moment?
There's like Kalmar or whatever, but that's not really.
The only one that I have is like a sleeper. I have Tools just because I saw they were a Dex Tools competitor. I got a bag of Tools. I'm holding that for a long run. I was in Dex Tools early, and I like what Tools is doing. I think they maybe only have one other competitor. Other than that, that's about it.
BSC pad. I think BSC pad, and then people are waiting to see if they can do the Polkerstarter, the ignition, on BSC.
Yeah, we're migrated on the BSC already. So we're just working on the bridge right now. But ignition will be a BSC launchpad as well. So a lot of projects that want the lower gas fees or whatever, and we'll have an easy trustless bridge to go back and forth between ERC20 and BEP20 as well.
I must say, I've also got a bag of Tools. I've been watching it. I've been holding it. I intend to keep holding it for 2 reasons. One is this coin has gone down a lot. The second reason is for me that you can farm with Tools, and right now the APY is at about 5,000%. So if you farm on BSC Tools, you're making 5,000% APY. Obviously, you need to know what you're doing, and you need to watch out for impermanent loss. But man, I think I've made more money farming this thing than the actual tokens which I bought. Just by farming.
That's why it's going down, though.
No, yeah, look, that may be the case, but you can still make huge APYs farming this thing.
Absolutely.
And there's right now in the market, I know that there are others coming, but right now there's no other DEX tools on the BSC chain that is working. There may be coming. I know there are a few coming. Also, I don't see an NFT player on the BSC chain, which is a little bit.
Blind boxes. We're launching them on the 26th. Blind boxes, NFT play, marketplace, doing ignition and BSC pad. It's going to be awesome. It's a gamified NFT platform. Blind boxes.
I have a thought about BSC.
Blind boxes. Blind boxes.io. Launch. Yeah. Hashtag BLES.
Bless yourself with blind boxes.
Bless yourself. I have a theory that like BSC is just being used as a placeholder band-aid right now until ETH 2.0 or this new EIP sorts out the gas fee. Like I think that once ETH is not expensive, no one will really use BSC as often anymore because ETH is
ETH gas fees aren't being ETH gas fees aren't being sorted out anytime soon. Is they going to get better with EIP 1559? Then they're not going to go down to 0 and 1 cent to 2 cents.
That's true.
Yeah, well,
but I think
go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, honestly, like, yes, that's true, but on the other side, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's a hard. I don't know. I'll like you go ahead first. Like I lost my train of thought there a little bit.
You also have to take into account the current market because, like Tuesday, we discussed the total too. And personally, I believe we're only seeing the start of it. So Ethereum is already having some troubles. And even though they might be improving technology-wise, I also believe there will be a huge rush to that market, which will offset the technology gain completely. And there might be some trouble in the future.
Interesting. So you're saying no matter how much they upgraded, even if they upgraded from 15 TPS, which it is right now, to 15,000, which is what ETH 2.0 promises, you're saying that even 15,000 is not going to be enough?
Well, I believe it might be enough at first, obviously. But if this gains traction, you have to understand all these games that are being built out, all this stuff that is happening, more and more people are going to be involved. And like if you look at transactions, it's not only about it, it's also in-game. And a game can have a lot of transactions, like crazy amounts. So, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
I think the L2s are going to be the solutions to that.
Yeah.
L2s
they're starting to finally look good. You know,
Yeah.
they finally actually can do something. Sorry, go ahead.
Any good L2s? I mean, obviously there's Matic, which is now, I think they call themselves Polygon Network or something.
XDAI.
XDAI.
Optimistic rollups. It's new. Check that out.
Optimistic rollup.
Yeah, actually, you know who told me about that one? Adrian Bashik.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
amazing.
So
I
he
wanna
told
move
me about it yesterday. Check it out.
I want to move on. Winston, another one of your launches, up 21.3% today. Looking at it, that's public mint.
Its chart is perfect, by the way.
The public mint chart is perfect.
Throw up my chart and I'll show you. It's literally like just breaking out of, it's breaking out of this level right here. If it breaks out and retests, this thing is going to go to like $253. And I'm saying that now, and I'm telling you, it's probably going to do that. So if you saw what happened with Superfarm, you're probably going to see something very similar. And again, public mint doesn't have unlocks every month. So it's literally open. It's a fair game. You can clearly see on the chart, they let it bottom out and then started to put, I don't know if they did it themselves or whatever, but you could see it bottomed out. People found the bottom and they started to buy. And I think that now we're starting to see the uptrend and it's going to start to fly. So public mint, if you're not in it, could be a really good time when you see that retest of $1.25 or so.
Winston, I want to hear it from you.
Well, I was hoping the price would stay static for a while. I mean, yeah, the point of where it was sitting was to shake out all the weekends at 10 times or 12 times or whatever they made. And, wait for that to happen before a whole host of news was released. So obviously the price is moving before the news, but...
Would you be buying it now?
You always do.
Winston, would you be buying public mint now?
I think he's cutting in and out.
Oh man, imagine the suspense he's leaving.
So also I'm like relatively biased on that one.
So would you be buying it now?
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Why not?
All right. What else? What else are you looking at, Winston? I want to wake you up a little bit. I feel like you're not in the stream here, man.
Well, I mean, you guys were talking about BSC before, so Kalmar is the next big BSC play for me. It does have a tie to NFTs, plus being a DeFi bank on there, and there's going to be a very interesting announcement about the launchpad for it, where a major launchpad player is going to be doing some BSC component, and it will be launched natively.
That's Kalmar. It's KALMAR, and that's not launched yet, right? They've just started to raise, right?
No, the raise is done. They just announced 3 commas the other day. It will probably launch late March.
Oh wow, amazing. All right, who else? Carl, what are you looking at? Oh, Carl, I want to talk to you about something that you and I had a discussion about this morning, and that is, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep. This is okay. This is addicting as fuck. Like I couldn't, I am a workaholic, right? And I was missing calls today, which is absolutely outside of the norm, because it is like Melker said earlier, it takes a lot for me to sell a Bitcoin, but man, I sold like 6 today because this is it, man. This is one of those projects that come along and you just know this is going to be massive. I mean, everybody I've talked to said it's super addicting. Like it's insane. Absolutely insane.
So the project is Bitclout, and Bitclout is kind of like a NFT enabled Twitter competitor that's completely decentralized. And I mean, how else would you describe this?
So it's amazing. It's crazy. So basically, you need, everything works on a bonding curve, and basically what they did is they imported 15,000 of the largest Twitter accounts, and reserved those accounts for the creators to claim. So for example, if you Rand, if you let me just, if you don't mind, if you just, so I can kind of explain it, let me share my screen here. Sure. So for example, Elon Musk. So all Elon Musk has to do is tweet his public key, and the guy's going to get $3 million just by tweeting his public key. So why wouldn't he do that, right? So he gets 10% of the value locked in the creator coins. But let me back up for a second. So the way that it works is basically, they imported 15,000 of the largest Twitter accounts, and you have to go buy Bitclout coin with Bitcoin, and you need to spend your Bitclout coin to buy creator coins. And I went and put a lot of money in Bitclout, and then I just started buying up, and it works on a bonding curve. So if you're early, like everyone in my office today, like 12 of us, we're like, I'll buy your coin, you buy my coin, but and like it's super addicting, because if I bought Coach K's coin, I told Mr. Biz about it, I told you about it, Ran, right? And I wanted to buy your coin first, because I know that the next person that comes and buys it is going to pump my bags like crazy, because it's on a bonding curve.
So are you saying the more that I post, the more value I add to the community, the more the value of my coin? So if you think that I'm going to be a good poster, then you would buy my coin today. And then
So the example that they use in the white paper is, let's say, so Elon Musk is the #1 creator coin right now, right? And
Carl, share your screen again. Show us this again, and then take me to my coin, because I think that I must be the biggest influencer out there. My coin must be worth billions.
Well, look at Rand. Hey Rand, look at who's the biggest bag holder of your coin besides yourself, and you didn't even claim your profile yet, right? But I went and bought your coin today.
Hold on. Is my entire market value $71? Is this?
No, your market cap is 137,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and then you can just so then we can see people Paid Network has one. So what we're going to do also is if you have, we're thinking of all kinds of ideas too. If you hold one Paid Network creator coin, you get guaranteed access to our IDOs, for example. With really good idea. You got Michael Saylor here, Gavin Wood from Polkadot. But the example that they gave in the white paper was basically, if Elon Musk put some men on Mars, theoretically his social value goes up, so his coin should go up. If he makes a racial slur on a podcast or something, his social value goes down, so therefore people might sell his coins and it goes down. See, I got Coach K. Coach K's here. Look at his Coach K's almost at $1 million market cap already.
So is this all about investing in other people's social clout?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Coach K is the low cap gem, guys. Coach K is the real low cap gem.
Coach K is blue chip. I'm a low cap gem.
Oh,
yeah, you gotta pay $7,000 my coin, man.
This is much more fun than Twitter. I mean, are you saying theoretically we're all moving off Twitter onto this?
This is just insanely addicting, and it makes so much sense from a virality perspective, right? Because all Chamath has to do is go, and he already see this blue tick mark. He already claimed it. So Wall Street Bets already claimed it, right? But so Chamath all he has to do is post his public key to Twitter, and the guy's going to get $2 million in his bank. And that's just getting started. Then he tweets about it, and then his coin goes up to 100, 200. And the cool thing about Bitclout is that with Bitclout you basically there's only it kind of works like the Bitcoin blockchain, and there will never be more than, I think, 19 million is a max. And approximately the price right now of Bitclout is about $127, right? When I got it, it was 89. And so for every million that are bought, the price approximately doubles. And you have to spend your Bitclout to buy creator coins, and it's just going to fly. I exited a lot of positions today to come into this. I tell you, I have not done that in a long time.
Wow, that is wow. I mean, I must say, you actually pinged me this morning as I woke up, and you said, "Are you in on this?" Listen, guys, I must say, I did get in today. I've tried to claim my profile. I haven't got my profile yet because it takes up to 24 hours. But this is the most fun that I've had on a social network. I'm just bummed.
Money makes everything fun. Didn't you know that?
My market cap is so low. I mean, my market cap is I basically don't exist. I do some real social stuff.
Dude, you got everyone watching this better go buy Rand's coin, because the sooner, if you buy it right before the next guy buys it, your bags will be pumped dramatically. Go buy Rand's coin, go buy my coin, go buy Coach's coin, go buy coin.
Go buy
and-
coins now.
And
before
wait,
it's too late.
but this is important, man. So if you guys want to get it, do it right now, it's a private network. So the way to do it, you have to go to Bitclout's Telegram group. I think every day they post a new link with a new password. So you have to access it via password. So you can't just go there right now, but you can if you go join their Telegram. The ideas are limitless, and they're going to open source the whole thing, and people can use it for whatever they want. We've already come up with a bunch of ideas of things that we can do with this.
Who built this? Who built this?
It's anonymous. So put on your big boy pants, because I am, it could be theoretically a big scam, but the idea is too damn good for it to be a scam. It would be insane if
Do your own research. All right, guys, we've got a few minutes left. Let's look at one or two calls. I see Winston's dropped off. I hope he hasn't fallen asleep.
I got one that I forgot to mention, guys. DEXTF. They're essentially the Aave of asset management protocols. They got multiple institutions lined up. They have a tier 1 bank. They have 2 institutions still to be announced. Alex Kruger, who's very respected in crypto, is an advisor for them. There's other rumors. I don't want to say who. There's other people who might be coming on board. So DEXTF, guys, look at that. That one, a lot of bullish things coming out for DEXTF in the next few days.
All right, Kyle, hold on, guys. Before we go any further, I want a commitment from you guys. You guys are, in my mind, some of the most powerful people when it comes to pre-sale allocations. Okay? So, we are running the banter. We're all about the community here. I want to make sure that our community make money. And so we're running what we call the Banter Bags giveaway. The Banter Bags giveaway is where we have $10,000, and we're going to take that $10,000 and we want to invest it in pre-market allocations that our guys typically can't get in on. So I want you guys to give me a commitment that you're at least going to give our community at least $1,000 allocation in the next 30 days that the community can invest in, the whole community. And when we get to 250,000 subscribers, we're going to give away the bags to 3 people in the community. So it's completely community. This is the same community that supports you guys week after week after week, loves your projects. I want projects for the community. Guys, if you want to win this, if you want to win the Banter bags, smash the like, smash the subscribe, and comment. Because that's how we have an algorithm that reads how many times you are liking, subscribing, commenting. And you can stand in line to win what I think is going to be over $2 million. Because let me tell you, Kyle is going to give us an allocation of Split. And Split is going to do 200x. So the $1,000 that Kyle's going to give us in Split is going to be 200x. That's going to be $200,000. And that's before it comes to market. Mr. Biz,
Really?
I'll do, on behalf of Spectre, I'll do $5,000.
Of which token?
Whichever one, 5,000. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't. I'm just saying. I'll put in the pool.
The bags.
I'll put in the pool. No, I don't even know which bag. I'll put in the pool. If you got, I thought the point was we contribute and you figured out which allocations your community gets.
Well, that's an unbelievable idea. So we'll take your 5,000, but we actually want you to give us allocations that the market can't.
We want you to give the allocation, yeah.
Listen, man, I'm not a power play like you guys. I don't even know how I would do that. But I mean, upcoming projects. Listen, I have no idea if I even have that clout like Kyle has to be saying I can give allocations to people, but I'll figure something out. I'll see what we could do.
Look, Rand, Master Ventures right now, we're incubating at least 5 different projects. I can guarantee you that you get at least $1,000 in each of those for your community. And we have 24 projects lined up to launch on Ignition. I could talk to each of them and see what we can do for your community as well.
Wow. Smash the like button.
Yeah, listen. I mean,
you're gonna be too late.
And if we can help those people get into the private sale, then I'll definitely work with Kyle.
We lost
see if these people get these allocations.
All right, Winston. Before we go, we got one call for the week. What are you looking at? One call, pre-market, post-market. Last one before we go for the week. Short and sweet.
Pre-market, I'm buying. Pre-market is Marsh and Kalmar. Currently trading. I'm buying dips on ERN and RSR.
Oh, RSR. Okay. Day trader Jeff. Final closing words. What are you looking at? What are you buying?
Okay, I'm actually buying a semi-blue chip at this moment, and that is Swipe. And the reason why I'm buying Swipe is because I believe at the end of this year, those crypto credit cards are going to be a huge deal, especially just before tax season, at least for me personally. And the market cap is pretty small. It's doing well, and there's a lot of room for growth.
Coach K.
What am I looking at pre-market? I mean, we already all know that. So what am I looking at right now? I'm looking at FXF. It's almost about to break out, similar to what you see with Mint. And when it does, I'm telling you, this thing is going to fly. There is so much information that we're not telling you. Seriously. So just
Kyle,
leaving it there. Like, I can't say it. So
closing thoughts, Kyle. Closing thoughts.
Yep. So it's not something that I'm looking at. I already have a bag of, but I made a video about it a while ago. Cardia Chain is finally getting the recognition it deserves. I brought it to you guys at $35 million market cap. It's now 233, but it's a layer 1 infrastructure chain. It basically owns Vietnam, has all the infrastructure set up, massive partnerships, and they're going to copy and paste that model across different countries. Cardia Chain is an ex-Google team. They are very good and has been under the radar for a long time, finally getting recognition, but still, in my opinion, massively undervalued. All
right, guys, this has been one of the most fun banters we've ever had. I love you guys. I want to say I fucking love you guys, but I'm scared YouTube will the videos. You're all brothers, you're all family. Thank you so much. You guys make the community, you guys make the show. So thank you, Kyle, Mr. Biz.
It's the best banter show. Whoever's not watching this is missing out on the best banter every week.
Every week.
Day trader. You guys are all the family. Thank you so much. Our community love you. I love you guys. Thank you. I'll see you guys all next week.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you, Rand.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
Cheers, boys.
And while we are letting all these guys go, I want to introduce you guys to the person who won the backstage pass, because I know that you keep saying that we don't actually have the back. Oh, So we have. This is Kaylee, guys. Kaylee won the backstage pass. Crypto Banter. She won the backstage pass, and here she is on the backstage Friday. So that's one of the giveaways. Hey, Kaylee, how are you?
Good. How are you?
How was that show?
Awesome. There were so many gems in there. I can't wait to go do some research.
Amazing. Alrighty, and remember, guys, 2 big giveaways now. So there's the Banter Bags giveaway. If you haven't liked this video, and I know that there are a lot of you that haven't liked the video because there are only 1,500 likes and there are 3,000 of you in the waiting room, you're not going to be able to win. And this is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Did you see what these guys are giving you pre-market allocations of? And then there's another big giveaway. I know that you guys love Fred. In fact, I sometimes think that you watch the show for Fred and not for me. And so we're giving away the Fred NFTs. That's the Fred NFT. We're getting them minted for you guys over the weekend, and probably get them minted on Eternity Chain. And we'll be giving away the Fred NFTs. That is huge. If you want a Fred NFT, like, subscribe, comment, share. You help us. We will help you. We are going to be the best, the most profitable community in the world based on fundamentals, not pumpermentals. You know, I've got this approach of always bringing it back down and making sure that you guys are protected. So I will see you guys all again next week. In fact, we may do a video on the weekend, Fred? We may do a farming tool on the weekend. All right, Fred says if we have to. We may do one on the weekend, so hit that bell button to know when we're coming on. Otherwise, I will see you all again next week on Monday, same time, same place, 10 a.m. EST, bringing you crypto love and crypto. I'm Crypto Man Run. I'll see you again next week.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research.